Hi, this is Mike Green, and we're at the Realitone booth right now with our good friend, Mike Green. Hey, Mike, you're a lot better looking in person than you are in your pictures. Why, thank you, and so are you. I know, but enough of that. I want to show you Sunset Choir. Check it out. That's the polyphonic legatos that we had right there. The main thing about Sunset Choir is it's the same concept as Sunset Strings, which is that we have a bottom layer and we have a top layer. Now right now in the bottom layer, we're hearing ooh, ooh, and in the top layer we have solo swells, which is basically singers doing this. So I can speed them up so they come in pretty often. Then if I play a chord, now the nice thing about that is with the mod wheel, when I come back down to an ooh, if I just hold a chord, it gives you textures. Now there's other things that we could put on the top. We could have, one of my favorites is, it's a Latin phrase kind of a thing called memento. That sounds like this. They're just saying a Latin phrase. So with the mod wheel, it gives you control over that. I'm going to go through some presets here. This is one where we have tremolo in the bottom. And then at the top, if you've seen White Lotus, so now I can go between the two. Here's another fun, which is a similar kind of idea. We got pitchy flickers in the bottom, which is where they, individual singers, as we're holding a sustain, will go, ew, ew. And this in the top layer is the same idea with the, its repetitions is where we'll have various things that just come in and out, like a na-na-na-na-na swell. You can have it as a little flavor that's a spice on top of a sustain. Now I'm going to change this to an ooh. So I'm going to keep moving on. I want to introduce the attack layer. With the attack, you can have various things. In fact, I'm going to once again go to my friends, the preset. We'll play this. With this, we've got a tack, a dive, and a scoop. And that's going to do some of the chord. And then you can see we've got a release also. It's a natural release. You can have whatever you want for the release. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to do a jungle accent attack, and I'm going to add a release, and the release will be, how about a jungle release? Or, you know what, for the attack, how about if we do hya? Or a long crescendo. You know what, I'm going to move this just to a mezzo piano instead of a forte. You know that ending, I'm going to change this to a long S. Which brings me to another idea. We've got another one of these, use one of these master presets. These are actually a good way to get to know the library. Let's do today's letter is N. This is another good example of you know, how these work. Which, now that I've done that, there's something else that I want to try here. Which, as I'm looking at this, I see something else that we've got. I'm going to take away the attack and the release. I'll even take away the top layer. Of course, you can take away the top layer by simply not moving up like that. Now we're only hearing the bottom layer. But this is an evolve articulation. It's going with into that's what you're hearing there. Another, like if you had oo into ah. So as they're doing that, the singers are all going ooh, ah, but they're doing it at their own pace. They're not all doing it in sync, and that's why you have that evolving sort of a sound. But now, since we were doing that other thing with the N, I'm going to come back to, let's just go to a standard sustain. We'll go to oog. With Sunset Strings, we had slow bends. Everybody really liked the slow bends. We have them here as well. Although Sunset Strings was only up a minor second and a major second, with Sunset Choir we went all the way up an octave, and for all 6 vowels. This is a lot of days to record these. In this case, I'm going to go up, let's go up a fourth, which is fifth. It says 5 because 5 semitones is a fourth. And with Sunset Strings, we can do the same thing with release. So we'll go, in this case I'll go down. Here we go. We have another option. You may notice here you've got custom. With custom, you can have them in whatever combinations you want. So you can pick stuff. In fact, we have an example of that here, which is writing in D, which just means that when you hold the different notes, they all go in different directions so that they always start and end on a D minor chord. So if I play a G major chord, another thing that we did with Sunset Strings is we had the scatters. The scatters, what it does is you hold a note, they all go into different directions. So if I play a chord, and we can do that in reverse, just like with Sunset Strings. So I'll do a long one though. We also recorded legatos. We got women too, we can do that with an O. By the way, with these legatos, you can set what the offset's going to be. So if you want more slur between there, then you'll get that. So if I do up to here, so you get less of that, you know, transitional pitch slur. There's another thing that I want to show you, which is the polyphonic legato. That's actually what I started this video with. So if you watch my hands, then you'll see that this legato works by lifting your fingers. That's the way that you get the transition. It's not the regular way. That just gives you 2 notes, but if you go, now the advantage to this is that you can go from, say, 2 notes it gives you all kinds of flexibility. And then we also have slow legato, might as well, right? And then we also have a scripted legato. You don't really need a scripted legato for regular mezzo piano or forte articulation, since we have true legato for those. But for some of these others we don't. And in one in particular, we recorded solo vocals. So speaking of solo voices, check this out. We've got all sorts of different sustains, some of them unusual. You know what? We've got this Shakespeare thing that I really like a lot. All of them are going to be saying, well, you'll see. So then for the top layer, we could put in one of those morphs, except these are solo morphs. Let's do this ooh-wah thing. Now there's another part of the engine that I want to show you, and that's the rhythmic part of this, which is really different. By putting these dots in here, this tells you what's going to happen. It's going to go na 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 na. We can also do this with some solo, like a whisper chicka-cha kind of thing. I'm putting them all out of sync and stuff. And you can play these however you want. And then one of these other presets that's really fun is this pirate heave-ho thing. And this works on key switches. We can add key switches up here, and once you do, you'll see down here in the yellow when I click this button, doink, it makes a new key switch. Now we've already got some right here, so when we do that, it's heave. Heave. Here, ho. Ho. And those correspond to this D and E. So I can make a sequence. Heave, ho, heave, ho. There's another one that's pretty fun too. Quack University, University of Oregon, is Duck University because of the ducks. So we've got duck. Duck. You know, I have an idea though with duck. What if instead of a duck, you had an F, so then you have